Hey everybody, I am smiling and very happy because inside this box is a Joe Doe Punkaster, and I've wanted to look at this guitar since I first saw the pictures on the internet. And as soon as I saw that picture way back when, I thought, that looks like a guitar for me. I saw it at the Birmingham guitar show, and now my dream has come true. I have one in the studio to show you properly so I can play it, and we can check out the sounds, check out what it looks like. Hopefully it's good. I have a lot of high hopes for this guitar. So, I forgot where I put my knife, so I found this X. Don't worry, this X is extremely sharp. Kids will be happy. Alright, now, let's see if I can do it in one. No, I can't. Okay, stop being excited and focus on the job in front of you. Taking a guitar out of a box. There it says Joe Doe. Can you see that? Yeah, Joe Doe. It's quite a hot day today, and this is a small studio. Oh, let's take a moment to reflect. That's enough. Right. It's in a case, which I wasn't expecting. I didn't know it came in a case, and it's one of those ones that makes my eyes go all funny. It's like obviously a tweed look case with some plastic leatherette looking stuff there. We'll talk about the case later. That's really not the interesting part, I guess. Oh, that's nice. That's a good case. It says Joe Doe on there. So in case you're wondering, Joe Doe is a luthier, and he makes crazy looking guitars and one-offs, and doesn't really go into... You can't really order a custom guitar from Joe Doe Guitars because he says the guitar takes him where it takes him, so that's very interesting. But he's working in collaboration with Vintage Guitars, and they've come up with this range where it's a limited edition, but there is more than one of them. And I'm about to open the Punkaster. I'll do it that way so you can see. Man, it's making my eyes go all wobbly. Oh, it's in a little white bag. Case candy. Certificate of authenticity. Punkaster. That's nice. Got a business card. If you find me passed out, call Ed the lawyer and he will pay a $25 finding fee. Brandon H. Okay, so Brandon H. I will talk to you about in a moment. And there's a ticket stub there. That's some nice case candy. But that's not why we're here. That's not the main show, is it? Let me just tidy up. No, sod it. Come on. Let's go for it. So, I am notoriously bad at opening these white bags. Oh, I did a pretty good job. You ready? Ready? Here she comes. Here she comes. Ah! In case you're wondering, I can see up there on my screen. I know that's going to split some of you, but I think that's absolutely gorgeous. I think this is one of the finest looking designs I've ever seen in my life. And I have had one in my hands briefly at the guitar show in Birmingham, but now I've really got one in my hands in my studio. So it's obviously part S-type and part T-type. But there's also so much more. I mean, it's a poly finish, I think. I'm going to have to look that up. Based on the Strat style guitar that Vintage do. The V6, and the T style, and then they've gone and messed with it in many ways. Of course, I wonder if they did stick a T to an S, you know, or I wonder if that's actually routed that way. I need to know. It's got a wonderful matte finish. Let's show that camera. I forgot I had two cameras. So we've got a wonderful matte style finish. So it's not all shiny and sticky, it's like smooth. And then we've got relicked everything. It's amazing. We've got a five-way tele style switch. I'm guessing volume and tone, I'll need to find out. We've got some Joe Doe custom wound pickups. I don't know if they're any different to the Wilkinson pickups. And then I haven't even shown you the back yet. Look at that. It's got all kinds of naughtiness going on the back. That is nice and smooth, apart from this skull and crossbones here. That's sticking out a little bit. That's going to have to get worn away. But these are under the finish, these stickers. And then on the first fret it says Kate and a phone number. Sexy times. So if you haven't seen the video in which I talked to Pete from Vintage Guitars, then that's on the screen now in a card. You can watch that if you like, or you can just stick here and put up with my playing of this guitar and my rundown. Okay, let's go through the specs, and I'll do some close-up shots so you can see how beautifully gorgeous this guitar is. So the Punkaster has an all-older body with a maple neck and a maple fretboard glued on. We've got a really good trem system. It's got these relic saddles, but it's a Wilkinson at heart. It's just been messed with. It performs absolutely wonderfully. Sexy times on the fretboard, mismatched fret markers and a 43mm graphite nut. Really cool attention to detail on the control panel. We've got a 5-way Tele style switch, but it switches like a Strat. Stickers, more sexy times, more mismatched fret markers. Stickers on the body, you can see the pickups coming in there. The back plate hasn't been relic much at all either, and that kind of sticks out as looking too new to me. On the neck, phone numbers, notes, and up on the headstock are some rusty old Wilkinson Easy Lock tuners. I just want to hold this moment just for a second. Just think about all the times that I've looked at this guitar picture and thought, one day, Andy, that could be in your hands. And now it is. But I'm going to give a fair and honest review, honestly. Looks ain't everything. So, I guess I should tune it up and plug it in. Righty. The tuners are very clicky. So, they are relic tuners, as you've seen in the close-ups. But they're clicky as heck. They're not. They need some lube. I'm gonna have to get some lubrication for that, I think. I wonder if by relicking them they've knackered them. That would be a shame because the relic job looks awesome. They're not rusty inside. They're just very clicky, where it feels like they're very tight. The action is super low. That is exactly how I like it. It might be a tad too low, in fact. So I might need to take a little look at that. Just a quick look at the case. So there's the ticket stub and the lawyer thing. So a nice little bit of addition of fantasy. It's a good case. I mean, it's not, in all honesty, the best case ever. It's not a €200, $200 case. But for the price of the guitar and the fact that it's included, that'll get you lots of ways. So that's a piece of foam that's inserted and should last you if you look after it. That one's a little bit wobbly. I don't know if you can see because it's so dark. But overall, that will protect the guitar, and those catches are good quality, and that handle should last you a while, I'm guessing. Feels good. Doesn't feel amazing. You know, it's like one of those cases that it's not a Fender Custom Shop, but it's certainly better than having just a bag to put your guitar in. Alright, I'll tidy up and we'll play the guitar. I finished with this. Right, I've got the guitar in tune, I've stretched out the strings a little bit, I am very excited. Pick, and off we go. That's the neck. Let's try the middle. Bridge. Let's have a look at my EQ settings just a moment. there's some kind of dust on my hand from the studio, not the guitar. I'm hearing that the neck pickup is a little bit softer. Okay, so there's a little imbalance between those pickups, but that is a nice, spanky sounding StratTele thing. So I don't know what these pickups actually are because it says Joe Doe custom wound. Oh, what have I done? Ah, there's a fret at the top that I got my string stuck under. Okay, that's going to need some attention. So that, can you see that? The string got stuck under the fret. That needs just scrubbing off a little bit. Okay, that's a bit disappointing. Otherwise, I wouldn't have felt that. Neck feels good. I have it on the neck pickup. Bit of bridge. That is spanky. That's got oodles of tone. That's like tone for days and months and years. I noticed that the neck pickup's a little bit softer than the others. But first impressions, that is a fun guitar. That sounds good. I mean, that's a really responsive trem as well. It does what I want it to do. It kind of does what I expected it to do, in the sense that it is a StratTele, S and T type guitar. However, it's not just all looks, baby. It's so there's a bit of plastic stuck on the screw that annoys me. There we go. It delivers. It's like the V6 Strat that I used to have. So I used to have a vintage V6, and I liked it, but it wasn't the best S-type Strat guitar that I had. So it left the family because I didn't have room or the money back then to afford more than I needed. Not that I really have. Not really. That's changed. That hasn't changed, but you know, my priorities have. So. Let's play a little bit more. I've got on the floor a K-Line Pegasus, which is a Klon style. I've got an SD1 Super Overdrive from Boss, and the Red Mist Mark IV from Redbeard Effects for a bit of high gain. Let's give it a little bit of clonny transparent overdrive. Ah, now we're talking. Okay, I think the strings need a bit of a retuning. It's fretting out a little bit up here somewhere. Let's give a test to the old trem system. Not terrible, but needs retuning. String is stuck under the last fret here on the 22nd fret. It needs, what's happened where they've relicked this, they've obviously taken a little bit off the side, you know, to make it look played in, and they've done it after they've done the fretwork, and that leaves a tiny little bit of fret overhanging, which gives us that. That's a little disappointed, but nothing that can't be fixed very, very easily. Am I being too kind to this guitar because I like it? Possibly. That should be fixed. That shouldn't be like that. I'm being very forgiving to this guitar, and it's quite clear that I love this guitar, and I should be more, what's the word? Critical. Damn. I'm having a fun time with this guitar, but I've got to be fair to you guys and to Vintage and Joe Doe. But that, even though that's simple to fix with just a little touch of a file job, that needs to be fixed. Let's do the tuning again with the trem system. Okay, so it's getting stuck because as I'm pushing the trem down and then playing, then it's getting stuck. Easy to fix. Shouldn't be like that. Getting better, so these strings could probably do with changing. So that pickup sounds a little dead to me. Like, it's so bright on the bridge. The middle. Trem system is good. I don't know how many times I've said that, but the trem on this is great. Again, we've got Wilkinson hardware, and it's still my favourite hardware in that low to mid price range. What I'm trying to say is that if you ever want to upgrade a low budget guitar, you could upgrade it with some high end stuff, or you could go for Wilkinson and really, really make a difference without spending too much money. That's what I'm trying to say. However, this one, that's light. That's super light. This one has relicked stuff, so the relic looks really good. It looks like it's been left out in the rain. I don't know how they did relic it, but it looks like it's been left out in the rain and really gigged. And it's hard to relic something convincingly, especially when it's a poly finish. And I'm pretty sure this is a poly finish. I'm not 100% sure. I know the V6s are poly. This might be different, but it looks like everything looks and points toward poly because nitro relics in a different way. And there's nothing forgotten, I think, except that I would probably knock that pickup around a little bit. It looks too clean for the rest of the guitar. So we've got none of the pickups. Everything's relict here. So the screws, the trem system, the neck, you know, there's a little bit of work done on it. It's still got that vintage V6 yellow tint to it, which is quite yellow. The tuners, of course. This back plastic has not been relict at all, so I probably would like to see a little bit of knockage going in there. That neck plate is really nice. The screws are not, but that's kind of structurally a better idea. You wouldn't want to relic this, then you couldn't get the neck off. The strap buttons are awesome. The strap buttons are super rusted. And then the relic job they've done on the paint itself is great. It's, you know, scratched with a correct grit of sandpaper, and yeah, it's poly. I can see it there. More playing. Let's do some high gain. Damn, that is bright. If you're thinking about buying this guitar because of the looks and you're interested in how it sounds, there's a lot of sound on tap, and I will do a follow-up video to this, of course, because this is just a first impressions to see what I think it sounds like and feels like and looks like out of the box. If you're thinking of buying this guitar and you want to know if there's a good guitar underneath all that design, there really, really is. This is a pre-production model, so there are a few issues with it, as you've noticed from this video. So that fret up there needs to have some attention to it. So when they do the relicking, that needs to be checked, and it hasn't on this guitar. Also, the tuners are creaky, and they need to be smooth, and they're not. They're staying in tune, or they at least appear to be staying in tune, but they're not. Graphite nut working wonderfully. The trem system is fantastic. This trem system is brilliant. It's really responsive. performing drop D. Yeah, so the pickups I'm not sure about. I'm really enjoying the bridge. That's got some real heavy bite to it. The middle sounds hotter than I expected, so not quite that spanky Strat tone, but hot. And the neck is really nice for that clean sort of stuff. That's lovely. However, it doesn't quite sit in when you kick in the other pickups. They're suddenly biting and kicking through a lot more than that neck pickup. I wonder if raising the height of that one would help, probably. But then when we're up here, it's quite tight. So, yes. I will be back with a follow-up video to this because I want to play this more. I want to address those situations. I think it needs new strings because that low E is rattling a lot, but it seems to be set up well. Again, as I said, set up by the Pro Shop in the UK. I've got to send it back, and I don't really want to because I would love, just as a display, that is interesting. Someone's going to walk into your guitar room or your house or something, and they're going to say, "What is that?" Because that confuses my eye. And it also plays pretty well. I've been quite forgiving because I love the look so much, but I think with a little bit of love, I can get this up to really, really good playing standard. It is better than, say, what should we say? What's in the price range? Is it better than a classic Vibe? I don't know. I don't think so, in the sense that by gaining all this relic hardware and the special body shape, that obviously costs money. And a classic Vibe is cheaper than this, roughly, so they're not too far off. So the Squier Classic Vibe is a mass-produced guitar. So by comparing those two is quite unfair, but it's the obvious comparison. This is a limited edition and everything's special on it. So you're paying quite a lot of dough for the special stuff. However, if you have less money, then probably the standard V6 or the standard V52, I think that's probably what that is, from Vintage, is a very, very good move. That is certainly a comparable guitar to a classic Vibe. So I know I made the comparison. I know I brought it up. No one in the comments asked me to compare it to a classic Vibe, but I did, and I kind of dug myself into a hole. But what I'm trying to say is that this costs more because it is more, but not necessarily more playable guitar. It's more prettiness, and that's cool, and funkiness. I'll sort those things out in a follow-up video. I will do things to it, and we'll watch me do it. We'll have a whole jolly time doing it as well, and I'll bring that to you very, very soon. So thanks for watching this video. I hope I've answered some of the questions about this Punkaster from Joe Doe in collaboration with Vintage, which I've covered up with my tuner there. Alrighty, have a great day. I will see you in another video. There's loads more on the channel, and they're even on your screen right now. Look, just there. So be well, be safe, and let me know you made it to the end of the video by leaving the words "Ooh, what a punk" in the comment section. See you.